Hi, this is Suzanne Williams with Essential Oils Health Matters and Living the Wholesome Life. And we are on week 26, day 5 of our positive, peaceful affirmations that we are doing every day, Monday through Friday. And we are following Dr. Susan Lawton's book, Positive Peaceful Growth Calendar, that you could buy at Aroma Tools or Oil Life. And if you love positive affirmations, or you love music therapy, if you love essential oils and aromatherapy, you're really going to love Dr. Susan Lawton's book because it's the perfect combination of all of those. The affirmation that we've been concentrating on this entire week is, I can digest everything very well. I think it's incredible as we're going through these affirmations together, how many of the affirmations seem to hit what's flowing in my life. We've had a lot to digest this week as the COVID-19 or coronavirus, whichever one of those you like to call it, but as that is kind of spreading its way around the world and causing a lot more concern, causing a lot more precautions and safety measures. We've had a lot to digest this week. So, anyway, I love that we get to choose as we look at the news and we look at all the info coming in, what is useful to us and what we can just release, what really doesn't serve us. And I love how we get to decide that for ourselves. The affirmation for the day is, I can expect to be calm with changes. Now, I think that affirmation is so worth just meditating on and repeating to ourselves. Maybe put it on your home screen for the day. I can expect to be calm with changes. You might even tweak it. I can expect to be calm in emergencies. I can expect to be calm in tense situations. I can expect to be calm in conflict. I can expect to be calm with changes. With whatever change is going on, we still have this incredible power and this incredible gift to stay calm. And I am here to tell us that calmness helps everything. So let's all stay calm. Let's all stay balanced. Now, I was thinking about some things that help me stay calm, and I'd so love for you to put into the comments what helps you to stay calm in change, and what helps you to, anyway, I'd love to hear from you on that. But here are a few things that help me stay calm. The first one I'm going to say is exercise, right? Getting out, especially getting out in the fresh air, in the sunlight, letting that vitamin D and the sun's golden rays just soak into us, right? And then exercising with our friends, chatting. I walk almost every day with two of my neighbors, and I call it at least my therapy, because we can just talk over anything and everything that's going on in our lives, and just having a best friend to talk with is so good. So the first one to help you stay calm is to exercise. The second one to help us all stay calm is to have a best friend and chat with him or her, right? And the third one, and I don't know why I mentioned this third because it's really top on my list, is connecting with God. Just taking the time to connect with God, to pray in the mornings, pray at night, pray throughout the day, and read our scriptures, right? And go to church. Now, as I'm mentioning, go to church, with this COVID-19 that seems to be spreading around the world right now, our church has canceled its services until further notice. Well, we are all trying to slow the spread of COVID-19. But I love our church. Well, I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And typically we have a 3-hour church. The first hour is sacrament, which is like a Catholic communion a little bit. You might compare it to that. Or whatever sacramental service that you have, like the main service. And then the second hour was always Sunday school, where we were studying the scriptures, right? And so one year we'd study like the Book of Mormon. The second year we'd study the Old Testament, then the New Testament, then the Doctrine and Covenants. So, but you all know what Sunday school is. And the third hour was an hour where the adults split. The children went to primary. Anyway, it was the adult split where it was a class for girls and a class for boys, basically, where we talked about things that just general gospel principles from our leaders. And we've gone to a 2-hour class at our church. But what was super, super cool was at the end, I think it was either the beginning or the end of last year. I think it was the beginning of last year. Anyway, maybe it's been going on for more than that. But basically, they stopped the 3-hour church, and they went to a 2-hour church. So the first hour was still sacrament, but the second hour, half the time on the first and third Sundays, it was Sunday school, and then on the second and fourth Sundays, it was our individual classes. Anyway, and then the third hour that we did, they basically said, we would love for you to do an hour of church at home with your children and your family, studying about Christ. And the curriculum is Come Follow Me. You can find it on YouTube or whatever. But I love that our church leaders had the foresight to prepare us to already be in the habit of doing an hour of church with our family. We call it home church in my family. But as we're talking about changes, there have just been a lot of changes going on. That's right. I was talking actually about connecting with God and how connecting with God gives us peace. So if your church is like my church, and you have some COVID-19 cases maybe in your community, or you're trying to stop the flow through the communities in the world, if your church has canceled your church, you don't have to cancel church. You can still have church with your family members at home. There's so much we can do online. There's so much we can do for ourselves. I think our family is going to get all of our family, because we have family in Missouri and in kind of an hour north of us and an hour south of us. And I think we're just going to go online, and we're just going to have church, and we're going to, maybe assign some people to give talks and some people to speak on different things. I just think it's going to be an amazing way to draw our family together, this kind of online church that our family is doing. So if you can't go to church in your community, I would definitely suggest, and I know you would still be studying your scriptures and praying, but I would definitely suggest, maybe do some type of online church. Maybe Skype it, Facebook Live it. Anyway, there's so many ways to do it online. Okay, so exercise, talking with friends, and connecting with God. Those were 3 of the things that I thought brought me peace. And the other thing I want to have to say is, can we just put together some emotional first aid kits? Like, I know that everyone is out there, and a lot of people are stocking up on food just in case they have to shelter in place. And of course, that's understandable, because other people in other areas of the country have had to shelter in place if they got this, or if they were trying to kind of stay away from a lot of different people so that they didn't catch it. Gathering some food, just in case in your home is obviously a good idea for that. But and I know that a lot of us are stocking up on the medications. They say to get a 3-month supply of medication just in case, right? And over-the-counter medications, if you are into that, like people are really investing in that right now, right? And I and a lot of my friends are obviously investing in essential oils that we know have very good immune boosting properties to them and antiviral properties to them. Anyway, but as we're investing in all of this other stuff, I wanted us to just give a minute today or some time and journal about emotional first aid kits that we can put together. Like there's this amazing guy, his name is Michael Ballum, and he talks about putting together a musical first aid kit, right? A playlist that brings you peace, a playlist that brings you happiness. As we're going through changes, music is one of the biggest things that can calm our spirit, that can keep our spirit hopeful, and that can bring us closer to God. So maybe put a few hymns, some of your favorite church songs, some of your favorite songs from your youth, the songs that mean so much to you, and the songs that just feed your soul. So that's my first hint when it comes to putting together emotional first aid kits. Put together a music first aid kit. And then I would also suggest putting together a book first aid kit, like please have in your home some books that you read that just make you smile or chuckle when you are reading them. In our home, we have a lot of comic books by Calvin and Hobbes and the Peanuts, Charles Schulz, and I think there's one that's called For Better, For Worse. I don't even know. But we have a lot of different and Archie comic books, especially the Archie Christian comic books. I think comic books kind of, I don't know, I think they kind of philosophize on life. But they do it in just a humorous way. And so we have a lot of comic books in our house. And I also have a lot of books by Irma Bombeck. She is one of my authors that I think are super funny for moms to read. And then we have a lot of books by Pat McManus that are also super funny books for boys and men to read, talking about camping and stuff like that. And just super funny books. So if you have a book that you think is super funny, please have some in your house right now. Libraries are so great right now because you can actually go online, order everything you want. They can tell you when it's in, and then you just pop into the library, pick it up. 2 minutes later, you're back out the door. So anyway, libraries have a wealth of books. And if there's a book that you want that they don't have, you can pretty much interlibrary loan any book that you want, and it costs $1. So get some books that you love. Please have some movies online that you love, or a subscription to a service that you feel is wholesome. We have a movie blog. I will post it in our comments here. But we have a movie blog where we review a lot of different movies that we feel are wholesome. And it's called Wholesome Entertainment. And so have movies on hand that you like. So books, movies, have some games to play with you and your family, right? And then let's all please be reaching out to our loved ones while a lot of this is going on, because the more we reach out, the more people feel loved, and the more people feel loved, the calmer they're going to be, and the better their immune system is going to be. Being calm helps your immune system. Being stressed really does a number on your immune system. So we're going to be doing everything to help stay calm. And remember that our affirmation for today, which I think is so fitting, is I can expect to be calm with changes. And anyway, okay, so the the song that has been for the whole entire week is the Song of Tuonela, Opus 22, Section 3, by Sibelius. And I really love that song, but as I'm thinking about for myself, being calm in changes, I have some other songs that I just really love. So I'm going to tell you my a couple of my songs that I love as we're talking about being calm in changes. And the first one is "Slow Down" by Cecil. It's a song that talks about when things are getting a little bit overwhelming. Slow down. Slow down. There's a general conference talk by one of our church leaders, by Elder Uchtdorf, one of the 12 apostles in our church. And he talks about when he was an airplane pilot, right? And he talks about when the road is getting bumpy, slow down. There is power in slowing down. There is power in meditation and prayer and contemplation and doing the things that fill your cup, that feed your soul when things are starting to get a little bumpy. So, and please, let's all of us be taking the time to do that. So the first song I love is "Slow Down" by Cecil. Another song that I just think is just relaxing, like it just takes me back almost to England, and to the beautiful green countryside, and just a serene place. It brings to me a very peaceful feeling, and that is Pachelbel's Canon in D. Anyway, if you have, and then another song that I absolutely love when it comes to staying calm is this song that's called "I Believe in Christ." And it talks about how we believe in Christ and how He's all powerful, He's all wonderful, and He's our help, right? So if you have songs, whether they're religious songs or even just upbeat songs or classical songs, whatever songs you connect with when it comes to staying calm, please take the time to post them in the comments, because I think now is a beautiful time to be concentrating more on peace and calm. Okay, those are the songs that I was thinking of for today, and I will definitely post my songs in the comments for you. Now, moving on to the diffuser blend, and this whole entire week we've been diffusing 2 drops of grapefruit oil, which is the oil of honoring the body, and 2 drops of coriander, which is the oil of integrity, and 2 drops of peppermint oil, which is the oil of a buoyant heart. Now, on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we go into the emotional aspects of our diffuser blend, but on Friday, and Friday is a little bit longer post, because on Fridays we go into the physical aspects of the blend, and there are so many incredible physical aspects of these oils, and a lot of different studies that I also want to share with you on them, because a lot of people think that that essential oils are a little bit alternative, and yeah, maybe in some circles they are, but essential oils have been used by thousands of years, and they've been studied for so long and so rigorously on how they actually help with very specific conditions. And so today we're going to be going into a few of those. And at first we're going to start talking about coriander essential oil. So coriander essential oil is found in northern Africa, southern Europe, and southwestern Asia. So on the plant, you actually get 2 different essential oils from the plant. Coriander essential oil comes from the seed, and it has a very earthy aroma. And then cilantro comes from the leaf, and it has a very fresh aroma. And coriander seeds were actually found in the tomb of King Tutankhamun, or King Tut. So you can tell that coriander has been used from very, very ancient days. So one of the first physical gifts of coriander essential oil is that it's great for the digestive system. It's so good for digestive discomfort. So if you have flatulence or nausea, if you have stomach cramps or diarrhea, if you've lost your appetite, or even if you have food poisoning, coriander essential oil has been known to help. So, and I'll just mention one study super quick here, but then we'll mention some other studies later. A study from the Journal of Agriculture and Food Chemistry published in 2004 specifically showed its antibacterial activity against salmonella, so which is a form of food poisoning. Anyway, so there are so many different scientific studies to back up what I'm saying. So, coriander essential oil is very good to add into to help beautify your complexion. You can add a drop into your skincare to help brighten and even out skin tone. Coriander essential oil is great for aches and pains. You can use it for arthritis, for rheumatism, for muscle aches, and it can definitely help too if you're suffering with a headache. Coriander essential oil can help lower blood sugar. It helps to balance glucose levels, and it helps to improve carbohydrate metabolism, and it can support pancreatic function. It can also help decrease blood pressure, and it can help improve cholesterol levels. In the Journal of Environmental Biology, they published a study in 2008 that found that coriander decreased the bad cholesterol and increased the good. It can help with urinary tract infections, and it can help with healthy menstrual function. It can help in regulating the menstrual function, and it can also help with bloating and with cramps. And it's also really, really good to use for body odor. So they've also found that coriander essential oil can be, Caleb, can you just have them stop that for right now? Thanks. Our children are out planting a garden right now. So anyway, it can also be helpful to use for people who struggle with anorexia, and it is found in can be found in some treatment programs for that issue. Now, let me just read to you some of the studies about coriander essential oil. Now, I'm turning to this book that's called Modern Essentials, a contemporary guide to therapeutic use of essential oils. And you can get this at Aroma Tools or Oil Life. And so here are some studies. They did a study in 2014 on Alzheimer's disease, and they found that the inhalation of coriander essential oil, so diffusing it, was found to possess anti-anxiety, antidepressant, and antioxidant properties in Alzheimer's disease. Caleb, can you get me a glass of water, or do I have one just right over there? So it was also, oh, thank you so much, hon. It was also found, a 2013 study found that in rats, that it was found to prevent memory impairments and oxidative damage in Alzheimer's disease. Coriander essential oil can help detox the body. In 2014, the extract was found to have a protective role against against lead toxicity in rat brains. So, if you're worried about lead toxicity, that can be something, coriander can be something that you use. In 2012, they did a study on arthritis and coriander, and they found that, and they did this on mice, and they found that it inhibited joint swelling, which obviously if your joints aren't swelling as much, they're probably not going to hurt as much, is my guess. And then in a study of 2000 in a study in 2012, they found that an injection of coriander extract what had a greater analgesic effect, so pain-killing effect, than dexamethasone, which is an anti-inflammatory drug, when mice were subjected to acute and chronic pain tests. So if you have acute or chronic pain, studies have found that coriander essential oil can help. Now I'm gonna go to my Advanced Oil Magic book for coriander and see what's there. Now, Advanced Oil Magic is one of my favorite books too. It says its main properties are anti-rheumatic, which we've already talked about, how it's good for rheumatism. It's a carminative, which means it reduces flatulence. It's regenerative, it's sedative, which means it's relaxing to your emotions. And it's a stomachic, which means that it promotes appetite and assists digestion. So its top uses: diabetes or high blood sugar. So you combine with a drop of cinnamon and juniper berry and take in a capsule daily. And definitely do your own due diligence on that. I am not a doctor, and I'm not saying that this is the way you should treat or cure anything. I'm just kind of reading what's in this book to you. Okay, food poisoning, you can definitely put 2 drops in water and take in a capsule. Of course, you're going to watch that. If it looks like it's getting out of hand, definitely go in to a doctor. Body odor, you can put 2 drops in water or take in a capsule. Now, as I'm telling you to take things in a capsule, I just have to tell you that the only essential oil that I would ever recommend taking internally is doTERRA essential oil. And that is because they third-party test every single batch of essential oil, and they put the batch number on the bottom of every single bottle. So you can go to a place called Source to You, and type in your batch number on the bottom of your bottle, and you can see every single test that doTERRA has run. Well, they third-party test, so every single test that doTERRA has had run on your bottle of oils, your batch of oils, and you can see all of the results too. So I just love that doTERRA is like this incredibly transparent company that makes sure that the only thing that they have in our bottles of oil is exactly what it says. Coriander has coriander essential oil and nothing else. A quick and easy way, can you put that down, please? A quick and easy way to see if essential oil is ingestible, like if you can take it internally, is just to look on the bottle. And if you see something that's a supplement facts on the bottle that tells you you can take it internally, it's going to look exactly like the supplement facts on your cereal bottle. So anyway, coriander essential oil. Yes, you can take it internally, and which we all know because Asian and Eastern cuisine has a lot of coriander in it. Okay, for cartilage injury, you can massage into the affected area with a carrier oil. So I would put just like a few drops into a teaspoon of coconut oil and massage it in. For rashes, apply diluted to the affected area. For muscle aches, you could take a drop in a capsule, or you can massage with carrier oil into the affected muscles. And for cooking, just go ahead and use a toothpick to add the desired flavor, because the coriander essential oil is going to be a whole lot stronger than coriander, like the coriander herb that you would get from your grocery store, or the spice that you might have in your spice rack. Okay, here is a tummy calming bath salt. So 3 drops of coriander and 10 drops of doTERRA's Digest Zen, and into a cup of Epsom salts, and go ahead and just put a little bit of that into your bath. And I think that you will love that. Well, you're going to love the smell, and I think you're just going to love the bath on that. Okay, so that is what I have to say on coriander essential oil. Oh, actually it's not. I forgot that I have some actual other studies that I wanted to talk to you Now, one of my favorite places, there's two places that I love going for studies on essential oils and how they help. And one is aromaticscience.com, and honestly, that's my favorite one to go to. But a lot of people go to pubmed.com, and there's a ton of studies on essential oils and how they work on that as well. So, but these all come from Aromatic Science, and so here is a study from 2013 on diabetic rats, and they were seeing how coriander and linalool. Now, linalool is a component of coriander essential oil, and it's also a component of lavender essential oil. But they were seeing how linalool would help with diabetic rats, and what they found was that it really helped to treat renal damage in diabetic subjects, and that means that it helped treat kidney damage. I didn't know before I looked at the study that that diabetes can cause kidney damage, and so if you're concerned about that, definitely check out the study on coriander essential oil. A study from 2013 in the journal Dermatology. Oh, hold on. I want to give you that study on diabetic rats and how it helps the kidney was from 2013, Toxicology, the journal Toxicology, Mechanisms and Methods. Okay, here's a study from 2013 from the journal Dermatology, and it talks about how coriander can help with Tiena pedis, which is a fancy medical term for athlete's foot. Anyway, this study from 2016 from the journal Pharmaceutical Biology. There you go. Anyway, it talks about coriander and the sedative effects that it has, and basically they use coriander with baby chicks, and they found that it significantly decreased the attempted escapes, the defecation number, and the distress calls, and it significantly increased sleep in the chicks. So if you're trying to calm down, coriander essential oil would be a super good one to use. Here's a study from 2015 from the journal Life Sciences, and it's a study on coriander and how it has antidepressant-like activity. Here's a study from 2000. Can you tell that I like studies? Because here's why. I love studies because people are like, oh, like a smell really does anything for you? And yes, a smell really does something. Like breathing in the odors does something. Like, I'm just wondering, like when you go for a surgery and they put that mask on, you're breathing in something, and what does it do? It has an effect on you. It knocks you out, right? So smells do a ton, and I just love science and scientific studies that show these things work, whether you're just smelling the oil or whether you're putting it on or whether you're ingesting it. There are study after study after study saying how essential oils scientifically work, which I love. Okay, so here's a study from 2019 from the journal Letters in Applied Microbiology, and it's a study on coriander and gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria, and it basically talks about how it's very, very active and very, very good against both gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria. Okay, here is a study from 2014. I think this is the same study that they had in the book on how the journal journal, Physiology and Behavior, and it talks about how coriander essential oil can help with antidepressants, how it can have antidepressant like action in rats with Alzheimer's disease. And then here's a study on with coriander from the journal Phytomedicine International Journal of Phytotherapy and Phytopharmacology from 2010. And it basically talked about how linalool, which is found in coriander, has a huge effect on anxiety, social interaction, and aggression in aggressive behavior in mice. So if you have people in your circles that are a little aggressive and they just need to, I'm just going to say, take a chill pill. Okay, I know that's from the 80s when I was in high school, but if they just need to calm down, coriander essential oil can help. It can help lower anxiety. It can help decrease aggressive behavior, and it can help increase social interaction. Again, that study is from 2010. Okay, so I think that that's everything that I wanted to say about coriander essential oil. You can see why our Fridays are a lot longer as we're talking about all the physical aspects of these different essential oils. So thanks for hanging on with me, and don't you find that this is so interesting? Like, isn't this such good knowledge to know? Okay, so the next oil that we're talking about is grapefruit essential oil. And grapefruit, we all know that grapefruit kind of has like a very zingy taste. But that's the fruit, but the grapefruit essential oil doesn't come from the fruit of the oil. It actually comes from the rind of the oil. And so, you can, when you think of grapefruit, so grapefruit essential oil is a little bit more sweet. It definitely doesn't have like the zingy or as much of the zingy or the bitter taste that the fruit has. Okay, so when you think of grapefruit essential oil, you definitely want to think detox, because grapefruit essential oil is so good for detoxing. You can pop a couple of drops in your water and drink that down. It can help detox your lymphatic system. It can help detox the kidneys. It can help with adrenal fatigue. It can help with weight loss, and it helps to speed up our metabolism rate. So if you're detoxing the kidneys, definitely rub it on your kidney area or on the reflexology points on your feet. Detoxing the adrenals, working with adrenal fatigue, you're definitely going to rub it on your adrenals or rub it on your adrenal reflexology points on your feet. Some of the other physical benefits of grapefruit are it gets you up and going. So, and it's a very, very uplifting scent. So, grapefruit essential oil is obviously a citrus oil. So, like your grapefruit, your lemon, your lime, your mandarins, your bergamot essential oil, they are all going to be uplifting oils. Just think citrus and think uplifting. Like, do you know those people in your life that are like always happy and they're always looking at the bright things of life? I want you to think of citrus oils like that, and how they bring that influence into your lives. Like when you're around the people like that, you just think on you look at the brighter side of life, right? And that's what citrus oils do for us. They're very, very uplifting oils. Grapefruit essential oil is also very, very good for your skin. If you have oily skin or if you have acne, you can pop it into your skincare, and that can be very, very helpful. Now, here's the one thing you need to know about that though, because all of the citrus oils make our skin more photosensitive. So you don't want to use it in the morning and then go out to a tanning bed. That, oh my gracious, because you're gonna increase your likelihood to burn, and you probably don't even want to just put it on your face in the morning and then go outside. I would highly suggest, if you're using it in your skincare products, using grapefruit or any essential oil in your skincare products, that you only use it at night, because that gives your body, 8 hours, 9 hours, 10, whatever, before you're, hitting the light again. Now, the only citrus oil that's different from that is green mandarin, which does not increase your the photosensitivity of your skin. Grapefruit essential oil can help dissolve cellulite. It helps people with gallstones, and it can also help relieve headaches. I would definitely, just be popping. If I felt a headache coming on, you can definitely pop a drop into your water, or even rub on your wherever it hurts. But again, remember, it increases photosensitivity. So definitely I would not be rubbing it all over my forehead and then going outside, okay? So maybe just use grapefruit essential oil if you're going to use it for that at night, or I'd be popping it in my water instead of putting it on. Okay, and again, the only oils that I would ever put in my water is doTERRA essential oils. Okay, now let me tell you a few of the studies that I love about grapefruit essential oil. And again, I'm popping to the Modern Essentials book because I love how, well, it just has so much. I mean, it has a ton of other information that I'm not even going to read to you, but it's super good anyway. I just wanted to read to you some of the studies on here. So, a study from 2005 by Shen, S-H-E-N, showed that the scent of grapefruit oil and its component limonene. So, there's a lot of limonene in grapefruit essential oil, was found to affect the autonomic nerves and to reduce appetite and body weight in rats exposed to the oil for 15 minutes 3 times a week. That's a pretty cool study, right? So if you're trying to lose weight, what would it hurt? What would it hurt to just diffuse grapefruit essential oil for 15 minutes 3 times a week? I don't know. I'm trying. Anyway, they also found that a study from 2010 from Haze, H-A-Z-E, and this book basically tells you the person who authored the study as opposed to the journal where the study was found in. I kind of like going on to Aromatic Science and finding the journals that they were found, but they both tell you the year, and you can look it up either way. Anyway, was found to have anti-obesity and an anti-obesity action. So, in a study from 2000 done by Hakim, Hakim, it was found, a study of older individuals, there was a relationship between citrus pill consumption, which is high in D-limonene, and a lower degree of, I can't even pronounce this, squamous cell carcinoma of the skin. There you go. Look it up. Okay, and a study on 2013 studying diabetes found the helichrysum and grapefruit extracts were found to improve post-prandial glycemic control of dietary model of insulin resistance in rats. Wow, I kind of wish I would have gone to medical school. All I'm saying is it must have shown that it was very good for people who are diabetics. And then in 2014, Yun, Y-U-N, found that an injection of limonene, which is found in citrus oils, inhibited behavioral manifestations of drug use on rats administered methamphetamine. So, and what they found is that it regulated the dopamine levels and the serotonin receptor function. So, if you know someone who has a meth addiction or is addicted to drugs, I would be definitely checking out this study. Again, it's YUN, Y-U-N, from 2014, and how grapefruit essential oil can help with people who have drug addictions. And lastly, from 2011, this is a study by Floor and Wheeler, F-L-O-R, and Wheeler is W-E-I-L-E-R, is they found that the nootkatone, which is another element of a grapefruit essential oil, was found to be toxic to 4 tick species. So, before you're going out hiking, I would definitely maybe spray grapefruit essential oil, and I would probably put that on my clothes because I wouldn't want it to go out hiking. I would definitely not be spraying that on my face or my legs because I wouldn't want them, or my shoulders, because I would not want them to get sunburned. But anyway, you could definitely be putting grapefruit essential oil in your water on your hike, and that might be helpful too. Okay, and then definitely, well, you can see that grapefruit essential oil, if you look at the bottle, you can see that grapefruit essential oil can be ingested. Okay, so I wanted to share with you some of the top things about grapefruit essential oil. And again, going to my book, Advanced Oil Magic. So, it's anti-infectious. It is a digestive, and it's a tonic. So for a detox, you can put 1 to 3 drops and drink it in your water. For weight loss, you can add 10 drops diluted to a carrier oil and apply it over cellulite or fatty areas. For a smoking addiction, you can put 1 to 3 drops in water and drink that after meals. For antiviral support, which would be super good right now, you can put 1 to 2 drops in the bottom of your feet, or on the bottom of your feet, not in the bottom of your feet, or you can drink it in water. For appetite suppressant, you can diffuse several drops, or you could drink it in your water. For gallbladder, gallbladder stones, or is it called gallstones? I don't know. They say gallbladder stones in this book. 1 to 3 drops in water and drink 3 times daily. And you can definitely put it in food, in your smoothies, in your pancakes. My boy Clancy, who's 15, loves to put lemon or lime or grapefruit or wild orange, especially lemon and wild orange essential oils in the pancake mix. It just takes it to a whole new level. So, I had just a few studies that I wanted to talk to you about on grapefruit. Let me just pull them up really fast. I hope I can find them. Yep, here they are. So, here is a study from 2004 from the Journal of Korean Academy of Nursing. And this study, in this study, they were studying if grapefruit essential oil and some other essential oils could help heal a mother's perineum after birth. And what they did is they divided the study group into 3 different groups. One that just had, one was a control group, one that had an aroma sitz bath, and one that had an aroma soap application. And what they found is that it significantly lowered the bacteria that was in the perineum area, and so they were able to heal better. The conclusion. In conclusion, these findings indicate that postpartum aromatherapy for perineal care could be effective in healing the perineum. Perineal care could be effective. Anyway, there you go. Okay, so here's a study from 2005 from the journal Neuroscience Letters, and they found that it inhibited the appetite in rats, and it reduced body weight in rats. And this was the study that we've already talked about, 15 minutes of smelling the grapefruit essential oil 3 times a week. And here's one from 2007 from the journal Te Han Kan Ho Hak Ho Chi. I don't know, but I'm going to guess that that's Asian. And anyway, an Asian journal. Anyway, so what they found is the effect of aromatherapy massage on abdominal fat and body image in postmenopausal women. And what they found is that the subcutaneous fat and the waist circumference in the experimental group, which is the group that got the grapefruit essential oil, significantly decreased after aromatherapy massage compared to the control group. So, I don't know, grapefruit essential oil, super good if you're trying to lose weight and drop some inches on your stomach area. Anyway, so I think those were the studies that I wanted to talk to you about for grapefruit. Okay, so now we are on our very, very last oil, and that is peppermint. And I think I just lost my sheet. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. There it is. Okay, so peppermint essential oil. Now, peppermint essential oil has so many things that it is good for. Like, I could probably go on for 5 hours, which I will not do. But they call peppermint essential oil like the Swiss Army knife of oils, because you know that Swiss Army knives, you know how it has so many different tools on a Swiss Army knife, and peppermint essential oil is just so good for so many things. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about, the first gift of peppermint essential oil, is how well it does for our digestive system, and how it strengthens our digestion, and it aids in the absorption of nutrients. Now, before I go on to anything else about peppermint oil, there are actually over 1,200 studies on peppermint essential oil on PubMed. So, anyway, so you can see that it's a very, very well studied. It can help. It can help with bowel disorders. It can help with cramping or abdominal pain. It can help. Some people say that it can help restore a sense of taste by stimulating the transgeminal nerve. I didn't go to medical school, so I don't know what that means. But anyway, just wanted to put that out there. And it can help curb the appetite. It's super good for the respiratory system, which is something that many people are concerned about right now. And for congestion, it can open up your sinuses. It can help you breathe easier. For sinusitis, for bronchitis, or even for asthma attacks. It's very, very opening up to your system, helping you breathe easier. So a quick diffuser blend to help you open up your airways would be 5 drops of peppermint oil and 5 drops of eucalyptus oil. Go ahead and pop those into your diffuser, turn it on. I think you're going to just love how that opens everything up. Okay, it's great for exercising. So you can take it before or after. If you take it and you can rub it on, or you can even just smell it. And it actually helps your body perform better when you exercise, and it helps you recover better as well. And you can put a drop in your massage oil or your massage cream and massage that into your sore muscles to help stimulate circulation. Okay, so it is great for all types of pain, like rheumatism or arthritis, and it's actually our family's go-to oil when we have a headache. So when we have a headache, I don't even use like a drop of peppermint oil. No, I wish you could smell. I so wish you could smell. I'm just gonna hold it out there. I know you can't smell it, but just pretend. Okay, so if I had a headache, I would not even get a drop on my hand. I just kind of go like that, get a partial drop on my finger, and then I just put it wherever it is that my head is hurting. You're gonna love it. Fresh breath, right? You can take a put a drop on in your mouth. Well, hold on. It's kind of gonna be strong, but watch. Okay. Woo! Anyway, you can put a drop in your mouth for this incredible fresh breath. You could also just put a drop on your finger and then put that on the top of your mouth, on the roof of your mouth. And that will give you incredible fresh breath too. Okay. Some studies show that it can help with nerve regeneration. For skin, it can help bring dull skin back to life. It can help balance out greasy or oily skin, so you can definitely put a drop or two of that. I put like just one drop into like your toner or even your moisturizer. For your hair, you can add a couple drops to your shampoo, and it's very, very stimulating to your scalp. And it can also help put a beautiful shine on your hair. When we were talking, I forgot to tell you this. When we were talking about like rheumatism, arthritis, or just like this anything that's kind of achy, just put in 2 drops of peppermint oil and, putting 3 drops of peppermint oil and 3 drops of frankincense oil, which is super anti-inflammatory. Putting that into about a tablespoon of coconut oil, and then just rubbing that on anything that hurts would be really, really good. It can help with mouth or gum infections. Peppermint can, and peppermint helps cool the body. So if a person had a fever, we've done this with our children. Children seem to get sick more than adults do. I don't know why. Maybe they don't have as a developed an immune system. Anyway, but you can definitely put like a drop over kind of like by the hairline. Now you're definitely going to be wanting to avoid getting it close to your eyes. You can also put a drop down their spine and also onto their feet, and then put socks on if you were trying to bring a fever down. You can put it would be great in a mouthwash, obviously. You can combine it like a drop of peppermint and a drop of melaleuca essential oil. Swish that and then spit it out. But if you want it just as a straight mouthwash, I would leave the tea tree out, and like that you want it to swallow, I would leave the tea tree out, and then just put a drop of peppermint in your water and swallow that. You can combine it with tea tree to for your nail care. Just put a drop of each into like a teaspoon of water, and go ahead and then just kind of massage that into your nails, and it's super good to help fight fungus that way. And here's my tip when using peppermint oil. It's a very, very energizing, wake you up oil. So you don't want to use it after sunset. So a lot of people call peppermint day mint. And then at night, if they're going to be using a mint for a lot of those same things, they're going to they're going to reach for spearmint instead. So peppermint during the day, spearmint at night. There is my tip for that. Oh, and two other things that I wanted to talk about is that for allergies, one of my favorite blends is taking 2 drops peppermint, 2 drops of lavender, and 2 drops of lemon. You can put that into a capsule and swallow that, or you can put that in water and drink it down. It's great for allergies. It's also very, very good for asthma. And you can actually buy that as in a soft gel. doTERRA sells something called Tri-Ease, which actually has 2 drops of each of those. So, which is way more convenient than doing it yourself. And in that last thing, because peppermint is so energizing, you know how in late afternoon, how you sometimes get just kind of tired, like right after lunch, or about 2 or 3 o'clock, as you're working. So instead of reaching for the caffeine or the Coke or the sugary treat that you might reach for to like keep you going, reach for your peppermint and wild orange instead. Just put a drop of peppermint in your hand and a drop of wild orange. Rub it in your hand, smell it, and then rub it on the back of your neck and on your shoulder area. You're going to love the pickup and the uplift it gives you. And way less calories too, right? Okay, so studies on peppermint essential oil. And we have quite a few of these studies because it's a, again, like there's over 1,000 studies on peppermint oil. But here are some of my favorite. One of them was from, this one is a study on endurance. It's from 2013 from MEAMARBASHI. Miyamarbashi. Anyway, basically what they found is that if you put, if you consumed mineral water containing peppermint oil for 10 days, they found that exercise performance improved. It increased respiratory efficiency, energy expenditure, time to exhaustion. If you're a mom, can you imagine increasing your time to exhaustion, right? And distance during exercise, and decreased the resting and the exercise heart rates. So putting peppermint in your water, it helps us endure better. It helps us function better. It helps us do things stronger. So if you're exercising or if you're doing something that is really strenuous, think about putting a drop or 2. I would probably start with 1 drop because it is really, I'm going to say stimulating. I would put 1 drop of peppermint oil in your water and see how that works for you. Okay, so this next study, oh my gracious, when I read it, I'm like, crazy, wow. This study studied gamma radiation exposure, and it was a study from 2014 by Samarth, Samarth, and then that person repeated the study in 2009. And basically what they found was that in mice exposed to whole body gamma irradiation, only 17% of mice who had been fed peppermint oil died, while 100% of mice who did not receive the peppermint oil died. It was also found that mice pre-fed peppermint oil were able to return blood cell levels to normal after 30 days, while control mice were not and consequently died, suggesting a protective or stimulating effect of the oil on blood stem cells. And again, they replicated that study in 2009. I think that's amazing. Well, not many of us, hopefully not any of us, will ever have to deal with gamma radiation. But if we do, peppermint essential oil can help. Okay, headaches. We've already talked about how it can help with headaches, but a study from 1994 by Gobel, found that peppermint and eucalyptus and another one were able to relax muscles and increase cognitive performance in humans. And then there was a study, there's 3 studies on irritable bowel syndrome from 1979, 1997, and 2001 that said how peppermint oil in enteric coated capsules really helped with irritable bowel syndrome. I just wanted to show you this. So this is regular peppermint, and it's great for a lot of things digestive, but when you're talking about irritable bowel syndrome, you actually have to get it down to your intestines, right? And so what they found is if you will do enteric coating on it, it helps get through like your stomach into your intestines. And so doTERRA actually makes peppermint oil with enteric coating on it. Super good for people who have irritable bowel problems. Okay, a study from 2008 by Moss found that it was peppermint, the aroma of peppermint essential oil was able to enhance memory and increase alertness. A study from 2013, which was done, this is a study on nausea in cancer patients, and they found that peppermint essential oil was able to reduce the intensity of nausea in cancer patients that were exposed to chemotherapy. A study from 2001 talks about how peppermint and spearmint essential oil was able to had antibacterial properties and was able to inhibit resistant strains of some staph, E. coli, salmonella, and Helicobacter pylori. Anyway, all those bad things that get you sick, it was able to be helpful against them. And here's a study. Well, I'm skipping a lot of different studies. Here's a study from 2003, how it has antiviral properties, and how it was active against herpes 1 and herpes 2 viruses. And a study from 2009 using it with rosemary, lemon, and peppermint oil in a massage showed how it was helped to reduce constipation and increase bowel movement. So if you're going to do that, please make sure that you are applying the massage and the oils in a clockwise direction. And a study in 2013, when they injected something that a lethal dose of this something that was lethal, it showed how mice that were pre-treated with peppermint essential oil had no seizures and 100% post-treatment survival rate. So, peppermint essential oil, super, super cool. Here are some more great benefits of peppermint essential oil, or some of the top benefits. It is analgesic, so is pain-killing. It's anti-inflammatory. It's a carminative, which means it's good for flatulence. It's a stomachic, which means it helps with digestion. And it's a tonic. So, for headache or migraine, massage 1 to 2 drops into your temples or your base of your skull, avoiding your eyes. Now, if you ever do get essential oils in your eyes, just go ahead and put some olive oil or whatever oil you have that's going to help float the essential oil and diminish the pain of it. Okay. If you have an digestive upset, put 1 to 2 drops in your water or massage onto your stomach. If you have asthma or a cough, you could put 1 to 2 drops in a carrier oil and put that over your chest or on the lung reflexology points on your feet. You can also diffuse that. For bad breath, we've already talked about that. Just put a drop on your finger, lick it, or put a drop straight into your mouth or put a drop in water or anything like that is going to keep your breath super fresh. If you have low energy or mental fog, put 1 to 2 drops in your water. If you have muscle pain or joint pain, you can rub a drop diluted into affected areas. Or if you have a fever, you can put 1 to 2 drops on the back of your neck or on your spine. And again, and all these are coming from the book Advanced Oil Magic. In this book, it has the allergy reliever blend, but we've already talked about that. The 2 drops peppermint, 2 drops of lemon, and the 2 drops of lavender. So let me tell you what that does. 2 drops of lavender, that's going to help clean your system out. 2 drops of lavender, it's going to help relax your system and say, hey, you don't need to get stressed out over whatever is happening. And 2 drops of peppermint is going to open your airways. You can see how the cleanse, the relax, and the open would really, really help with allergies or asthma. Okay, and then just some quick studies on peppermint essential oil. Here's a study from 2001 on how it said that it benefited allergic reactions in rats, alleviating nasal symptoms of allergic reactions or hay fever. That's 2001 from Biological and Pharmaceutical Bulletin. Here's a 2013 study that studied, essential oils for against oral pathogens. Anyway, found that it was effective. Here is a study from 2001 from the Journal of Pediatrics showing how peppermint capsules that were enteric coated helped. Here is a study on irritable bowel syndrome from 2007 saying how peppermint enteric coated capsules helped. Here's that study from 2003 in the Journal of Vital Medicine saying how it helped against herpes 1 and 2. Here's a study from 2017 in the Journal of Biomedicine and Pharmacology saying that how it helped the liver in diabetic rats. Here's a study from 2013. It's a study from the Journal of International Society of Sports Nutrition on peppermint and exercise performance. And basically what they did is they took 1 drop of peppermint oil into a 500 milliliter bottle for 10 days. And again, that it talked about how it did all those crazy, amazing things for exercise. And here's a study from 2009, the North American Journal of Psychology. And this is a study on peppermint and cinnamon oil on how smelling those helped drivers stay alert. And what they found is that it was beneficial to maintaining alertness and decreasing, which could be beneficial for, It said that they measured cognitive performance, wakefulness, mood, and workload, and they found that both cinnamon and peppermint essential oil increased the ratings of alertness, decreased temporal demand, and decreased frustration over the course of a driving scenario. In addition, peppermint reduced anxiety and fatigue. So, and they speculated that that periodic administration of these odors over prolonged driving may improve maintaining alertness and decrease highway accidents and fatalities. So if you're going on a long drive, remember your peppermint essential oil. And here's a study from 2005, the Organization of psychophysiology, and what they found was peppermint oil can indeed reduce sleepiness in it can reduce daytime sleepiness. Okay, so I think that's all the studies. A lot of talking. I think that's all the studies I wanted to share. I know it's a lot, but each of these studies are so important for the people who are dealing with those issues. So there just wasn't one that I felt like I could leave out because it might be the issue that you're dealing with. Anyway, thanks for hanging on to the end. Again, the diffuser blend that we're diffusing is grapefruit essential oil, 2 drops of that, 2 drops of coriander essential oil, and 2 drops of peppermint oil. They have so many emotional and physical benefits. You're just going to love essential oils when you start using them. The song for the week is the Song of Tuolina, Opus 22, Section 3 from Sibelius. And the song that I'm suggesting for today, and today's affirmation is, I can expect to be calm with changes. The number one song that I would be doing with that is the song, I Believe in Christ. Because when I think about Christ, I know that with God, I can handle any change that comes my way. And so can you. And the affirmation for the entire week is, I can digest everything well. Okay, so just to give you a heads up on next week's affirmation, we are going to be talking about complimenting other people and complimenting ourselves. Anyway, it's good. It's good to concentrate on different things that uplift us. And thank you for being part of our journey. We just love you so much. Okay, this is Suzanne Williams with Essential Oils, Health Matters, and Living the Wholesome Life, telling us that I know that I with God can make it a great day, and you with God can make any day a great day. Bye-bye.